Welcome back to American Arms Channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drake. We are taking a quick look and unboxing at the new Olight PL X. It is a dual beam weapon mounted flashlight. Full disclosure, Olight reached out to me unprompted and wanted to have me take a look at this light for testing and evaluation. So as part of that, we're going to have an unboxing here, see what its compatibility is with its feature set with several different handguns that I have that have weapon light rails on them, and go from there. They included in the package a nice little patch here, and that's pretty cute. Thanks to the folks over at Olight for reaching out and having me take a look at this. You can see the specs right here. They're claiming a 300-meter throw, standard weapon light rail mount system for Picatinny and others. I imagine this is a key index like most lights for different rail styles if they are not an actual 1913 Picatinny. And you've got a max lumen output of 1200 there. A little bit of information on the back, nothing on the side, and we've got a pull tab here to open her up. So let's do exactly that, if she will open for us here. So get that ripped open, kind of like opening a cartridge box, which is pretty cool. Get that open. This is the forward side, so we pull her out. Okay, so here's the weapon light itself. Initial impression's pretty good. Looks like we've got a 1913 key already installed with a little Allen. And looks like you have a ratchet tooth style here that adjusts the actual positioning of that 1913 rail piece. So perhaps removing that right there will allow you to adjust it. Looks like it is a standard nickel size slot there, key slot that you can also use a cartridge rim for. Let's see if it's charged. It is. Looks like we've got multiple modes. Clicks on and off. We'll have to read through the manual there to see how that works. And this is a chargeable. You've got a nice little aluminum trapdoor here with a USB-C charge port. That is pretty nice. Let's see if we can blind the camera. Yep. Bright enough to wash out the camera, but that's not too hard. Looks pretty dang bright to me just across the room here. But initial impression, it's a pretty compact little light. That brighter setting is pretty good. If we compare that to a good old standby of the Streamlight, the TLR1HL, you can see it's a fairly small package overall, very streamlined. But a lot of times you want something for a more subcompact or compact gun, so this will do it. Let's take a look here on a couple different firearms. Here is a Beretta 92X Centurion, and let's see where it indexes. So that index is right away, right there at the trigger guard without having to move that index key around too much. And just for the giggles here, let's tighten this girl down using the front side of a 1911 mag. That index key looks like it's a little bit short, but that should still tighten down okay. Nice little reach there. Ties in nicely with that Beretta frame. So not too bad. So as I was removing it here, we can see that it comes right off once you've loosened it. It's got a little bit of a spring detent there to push and release, but this actually does not need any sort of removal of the rail mount. You simply push that back and forth while it's loose and it clicks into place. So that is actually pretty neat. So let's go to a 1911 now. This is a TSOS Night Stalker 10mm, has a partial rail. See there, it's got 4 slots. So let's take a look here, and it looks like it'll index perfectly there. We see that indexing key actually fits just about perfect in that rail, and we're just gonna tighten her down with the thumbnail here. Okay, so we're tight enough. Easy reach, really tucks up on that trigger guard nice, so if you've got long 8 fingers like me, you'll kind of overreach, but that's going to happen with any weapon mounted light. Looks like we've got our beam switch for far and wide. So we can index that on the left-hand side of the light. Seems to kind of angle slightly up, which isn't too bad. At distance, that actually goes right to where your sight set is. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice, tucked away under the gun. Let's put it on a different rail. Okay, so now we're going to try a 2011 pattern pistol. So did a little bit different frame, full-length rail, and now we have 5 slots to choose from. So we're going to see how this guy lines up. Probably could sneak him back a little bit farther, but that's pretty trim and actually looks really good. So we're just going to tighten that guy down really fast. One thing that's interesting, if you can maybe hear this, is that that index key actually has a detent on it and starts to tighten up once you really start to crank it down. So maybe that means it won't loosen itself up as easy. But there, she's on pretty good. Same story with long fingers, but I'm still getting to it just fine. Looks pretty good. I like how trim it is. You look at this 2011, and 2011 frames can be a little bit thicker, but man, that lines up well. And the lumen output with a fully charged battery is pretty dang good. So hopefully this girl can hold up. Fantastic. I don't know how useful the 2 modes will be, or if I'll even be thinking about that, but I'm pretty sure I'll just figure which mode I would like better and leave it there. Holster options, don't know about yet, but we will see. Looks pretty good on this 2011. And the last pistol that we're going to put this girl on is the Desert Eagle L6. So we are clear once again. And so let's see what she wants to do. Right there maybe, or right here. We're going to have to move that in. Let's see, 1. That is about right there. That actually looks pretty trim, and that black on black is really nice. I didn't know what I would think about this looking at the design of the body, but it's actually pretty dang trim and slim. Look at that thing, just disappears underneath that Desert Eagle. You know, they might be onto something here as far as function goes. And of course, if I wanted it farther out, I could put it there. That actually might be. We'll see how she holds up to some 50 Action Express here. But yeah, I mean, aesthetics, pretty good. Functionality out of the box, it definitely turns on and off. The selector switch for the beam works. And she was charged. So an internal battery is pretty cool. But, you know, it has its potential downsides when compared to a battery-operated product, external battery-operated product, let's say, one where you can change out real quick. But as far as use in the field, I don't know. This has its disadvantages as well, as will this one. So we will see. So let's take a look what is else in the package here. We've got, it's actually a pretty decent looking charge cord there with a little rubber keeper and an owner's manual, which I will be going through and seeing what it tells me to do and not to do. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty neat looking light. I think that looks pretty good on the Desert Eagle. We'll see. As always, guys, I'll keep you updated on how the product does through testing and evaluation period. As soon as I'm able to put some rounds down range with the light equipped and try it out at night, we will provide some further updates and hopefully a future review. Pretty cool looking light. We'll see how she does over time. As always, guys, God bless. Keep your powder dry. Christ is Lord.